Hello, everyone. This week's discussion is about the personal characteristics of an effective group leader. And um, it was really hard for me to pick just three out of this list. But the first one I picked was courage. And I think courage is, like the book said, is essential, and probably the most important one because um, in order to do a lot of these other things on the list, you have to have courage. For example, you have to have courage to be willing to model. You have to have courage to be open. You have to have courage to not be defensive and cope with criticism. Um, you have to have courage to be able to identify with clients' pain, and so on. So I feel because of that, courage is definitely one of the most, if not the most important, personal characteristic to have. Me, think I think I'm courageous to a degree. I think that is something though that I would have to work on. Um, I'm not a person who likes to be in front of people. I've done it many times. I've gotten used to it. However, that is still something that I struggle with. I like to be by myself and quiet and things like that. So, to be able to open up and do a lot of these things will take courage, and I will have to work on that. The next trait that I think is really important is goodwill, genuineness, and caring. In order, I think, whether you're an individual therapist or, a group therapist, you have to be genuinely concerned about your clients, and all the participants in the group. You have to be genuine and you have to want the best for them. Otherwise, what is the purpose of doing what you're doing? Um, and I think, you know, that those are characteristics that I do possess. I think I am genuine. I am very caring. I do want the best for people. So I think in that respect, there's I could always work on it, but I think that those things are things that I possess already. The next or the third characteristic that I think is really important is self awareness. I think self awareness is very important because you have to be able to know yourself. You have to be able to sense when you're being triggered, when something a client says affects you a certain way. You have to be able to be honest with yourself about your own feelings, your own biases. So self awareness is very important for the group leader to be able to successfully lead the group. Self awareness is something that I've been working on a lot in the past few years. Um, so that's something that I think is very important to me. Um, and so it's something I'm already working on. I possess it, but I am definitely going to need to work on being more self aware. Um, some roadblocks that could hamper my effectiveness as a leader, I think one definite thing would be, it talks about being non defensive and coping with criticism. Um, I don't have a very tough skin. So I think I've gotten better over the years. Um, I used to be very, very sensitive to everything and, take everything personally. And I know I worked on that a lot and I know I've gotten better. However, um, I still don't take criticism um, very well, depending on the person who's giving it and how they're giving it. So I think that may be a personal roadblock for me. So I would have to learn to develop tougher skin and be able to understand that, if a group member is giving criticism, that it's something that needs to be explored and something that needs to be valued, and not to shut them down or not to get defensive, because that could cause a negative effect on the group member who is opening up and may cause them to withdraw. So, as far as exactly what I will do to develop tougher skin, I'm not sure, except for working on not taking things so personally. And that's it. Thank you.